Hello and welcome to Tree Town. I am your host, Ryan McCooch, and I am joined today by AFC's starting keeper right now, Ian McGrane. Ian, thank you for coming on.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
So, I'm very excited to have you on. You've started past 3 games now with the club, correct?
Yep.
You came in a little bit later. For some of the players came in early preseason. Did you come in after the start of the regular season, or was it still before?
I came in after the start of the regular season. You guys had one league match, and then it was also after the Open Cup. But yeah, I came a little late.
Okay. And how was the sort of embedding process for you? Was it difficult now that there was a seasonal flow already, or was it, a lot of the guys are in the same situation?
Well, it kind of depends. Like for us as a goalkeepers, usually the team has their guy, and it's kind of hard to break that barrier. But coming in, my coaches are very, very accepting. The team is very accepting, and then you just had to play and ball out, I guess.
Well, speaking of balling out, I guess this is the perfect time to have you on the podcast because we are coming off back-to-back clean sheets within, what was it, like a weekend span, basically.
Yeah, really short turnaround, yeah.
So take me through the last 180 minutes of football that you've had, starting with the Detroit City game.
So Detroit game, crazy atmosphere. Reminds me of playing at my university, but yeah, atmosphere is wild. Level was good for both teams. Really back and forth game.
You had a couple big saves.
Yeah, big saves and big moments for both teams. But yeah, it was a crazy game to end 0-0. And then coming off this last game this past Memorial Day weekend, it's a good result, good 3 points for the team.
Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about the double save against Detroit City in the 89th minute, 90th minute, whatever it was.
Yeah.
What goes through your head when you have to make 2 saves that quality, that fast?
Well, the first shot was a volley, top of the box. It's just kind of like one of those things you just react to that's coming at you so fast, and tried pushing it wide, but accidentally pushed it back in the middle. Then the other shot came in right off the bat, and then just got I think it was my knee or something like that to it, and then it went wide, and it was definitely a big moment, important moment for the team, and it was pretty cool, to be honest. Yeah.
It was incredible to watch from the stands. We were at the opposite end of the field, me, Bilal, some of the players, and we were sitting there, and you can only half see because there were just so many people in front of the ball. And it was unbelievable, and I don't think it set in until I saw the replays of it, where it was like that was a fantastic knee save or kick save or whatever it was.
Yeah, it honestly the second one I didn't see it till very last minute, and I mean luckily I got enough on it to keep it out, but yeah that was a lot. That was a lot.
So 2 clean sheets, 2 very different games though, where Detroit, they were able to attack, find some good possession, versus Michigan Stars, where they were down a man for the entire second half. Is there a difference in your focus level in terms of seeing a bunch of action versus having some idle periods, and how do you combat that?
Oh yeah, 2 different games. Detroit, you're constantly dialed in because it's so back and forth. You have to make sure your defense is in order from your center backs, outside backs, even your defensive mid. You got to make sure everyone's in line, everyone's checked in, and it just trickles down up to the forwards and make sure everyone's on the same page, communicating, moving the ball, and then going from that to a game like Memorial Day weekend. I probably touched the ball. I was thinking about probably touched the ball maybe 10 times, and. Yeah. I think it was 3 saves and maybe had 1 cross I had to deal with. But the focus levels are so different. You have to keep checking yourself in for that game and making sure your back line is still checked in, because I'm sure just as much as I am, their heads going off a little bit because they're not on the ball as much as they were, not having to deal with much of an attack because 1 of man down, and 2 we had them pressing that half majority of the game. But it's way different, two different sides of the spectrum.
I can imagine. I mean, even though it was a 0-0 and a 1-0, you say similar scorelines. I mean, anyone who watched the game can tell two entirely different games. So
Yes.
it's interesting to get your mindset into how that actually is different for you personally.
Mm-hmm. No, it's definitely a task to stay dialed in, and that was one thing our goalkeeping coach talked to us, Jeff. It's like it's gonna be such a different game than how Detroit was. You're gonna have to stay dialed in, stay focused, because you're gonna get called up for your shot, the opportunity, and they're gonna test you, and you guys gotta be ready, no matter when it's the beginning of the game and you don't see the ball for the rest, or if it's you don't see the ball for the beginning of the game and then you get a shot at the end. Which I think what happened is that towards the end they got some more shots off, but yeah.
Now that you've gotten your feet wet with 3 starts now, do you have any expectations for the rest of the season?
No, that's kind of one thing I try to do for myself is don't expect anything. Treat everything as it's a start over. It's a new week.
Okay.
Treat it as like you're still earning your spot. You're still earning your stripes with the team.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just more so not to stay complacent. And even for myself, to always like try to keep pushing yourself to be better.
Take me through a bit of everyday training for you, like, because it's so much different than the outfield players. Yeah. What do you guys do in training for those that may not know?
So it depends where we are in the week. Say we're starting off Monday and we have a game later on in the week, Friday or Saturday. Monday, Tuesday is usually more physical. A lot of short, choppy footwork. Movements, a lot of work through the cones, not necessarily repetitions as in like shot stopping or distributing with the feet, but it's just to keep your fitness up. Yeah. And then midweek, Wednesday, even to Thursday, depending on when the game is, then you're seeing more reps of like shot stopping. You're involved with the team more, and then you're also working with your feet, distributing, and then Friday or the day before a game, a match, it's really, really technical. It just focuses on making sure what you trained on is getting nailed down, and then you go into the tactical part of it with the team and prepare for the match.
Now, do you watch much film as a goalie, or is it about the same as what you do with the regular team?
I do. I watch. If I find games that they played recently, I'll try to look and see who has tendencies to do certain things. Like if I'm watching a team I'm gonna play next weekend, I'll see, okay, they're a winger, he likes to cut in, take a shot, I'll keep that in mind. So whenever in the game he's gonna cut in, be ready because you're expecting a shot. Okay. If you see that their outside backs get forward and then crosses the ball in, if you get that cross, because that's one thing I think I have a good ability of doing is my aerial getting the balls, then I know that he's pushed up and I can exploit that. So film is important. This from all aspects, even not just for myself, but me pointing out things to my teammates like, hey, be careful, like this is what he does, like just be aware.
Yeah.
So film is really important, yeah.
Now, also as a keeper, you have an interesting weapon in your arsenal. You have an incredible long throw, where I think last game, there was one play where you threw it nearly to half field, and I was like, that's unbelievable. How did you come about, like, developing it? How do you develop that?
I mean, like, so this is like a little background story. I was planning to go to college for baseball.
Oh, okay.
And that was kind of like my passion, and I played soccer, but really didn't take it seriously. Mm-hmm. And then so I went to a camp for Penn State, and kind of realized like I'm not good enough, you know. But I still had like the athletic build and like the arm, but it just wasn't the quality of what it needed to be. Yeah. So then, took it over to soccer because I was good at that, and then I guess I just kind of moved into my distribution. Because I don't like using side volleys too much in my game. It's just not as consistent as me being able to throw it off my arm.
Yeah, a bit more, especially as a former pitcher.
I used to pitch, center field because I just had like the reach. Okay. Kind of this jack of all trades. But that's mainly where I got it from is be able to sling the ball with baseball.
That's very interesting. I didn't know about you. But
Yep.
talking about your background in general, you are from Pennsylvania. You are
Yes.
from the Scranton area.
I am from Scranton.
We were talking about earlier.
Yes,
You have
yeah.
not seen The Office.
I have not seen The Office, no.
That's very funny. Do you?
Yep.
How often when someone finds out you're from Scranton do they ask you if you've seen The Office?
Almost every time.
Almost every time?
If they know of the show, it's just the next question that comes up, and
Okay.
then my response is I never seen it, and then they freak out and they don't understand. They just have no idea. But
So you and your non-watching Office background
Mhm.
from Scranton, you end up at University of South Carolina.
Yep.
Take me through that journey. How does that come about?
Okay, so this is like another wild little story. So, goes back to when I realized baseball wasn't my thing, soccer. Junior year of high school is when I started like training on my own, and I was kind of inspired by, I think it was the 2012 Olympics, I think it was.
Okay.
And so watching soccer there, I'm like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. And then so going out my own, doing stuff there. Getting the senior year, still really having like a passion to play in college, but I was playing like Sunday league, and
Okay.
someone came up to me and was like, hey, like are you on the team, or you're going anywhere for college? I'm like, no. He introduced me to a coach in New York at Monroe College, and that was a junior college. So I went there, and I actually got offers from some Division I schools because I started sending stuff out,
Mm.
and I just figured like, no, I'm gonna have a better future going here and getting playing time instead of
Yeah.
just sitting. So I did that, developed, went to the national final, got scouted by Wisconsin, Green Bay, went to Green Bay for 2 years, developed a lot there, like mentally, physically, and like technically, and then from there went to South Carolina and played 2 years there. So total of 5 years, but from the Northeast to the Midwest to the Southeast.
You've been all over.
Yeah.
Do you have a preference?
A lot of South. I love
So the South, you
yeah,
like the South?
You can play year round, and well, the facilities there are insane. It depends on you. If you want to push yourself, there's everything there for you. And so people that say like, oh, like I wish this was this way, and I just say no. There's no way. Like there's everything here for you to succeed. So I wouldn't change it. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Mhm.
So South Carolina is it a big soccer school as well?
I mean, it's in the SEC, so
always
it's
football
definitely more
territory, of
football.
course.
I think basketball also ranks over us. But yeah, our soccer stadium, we usually get, like, I think we had the second highest attendance this year.
Oh, wow, that's incredible.
So I think that's for the nation, but like
for the nation.
I think so. I think that's what we were, but we usually get around like 3,000 to 5,000 a game, and then for rivalries like for Clemson, I think 1 year we had 7,000. So it was a good amount.
Wow, packing it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a cool atmosphere. Especially even going out there, it's always packed. But no, the facilities there for us as soccer players, even not being like one of the more dominant programs, it's unbelievable. So I do think soccer is an important factor in our school.
Now, you coming from South Carolina, graduating, now you're up here in Ann Arbor for the
Mhm.
summer. Take me through how that happened.
So I actually got this connection through a USL trial, and so I was playing. I was on trial for the USL team in Pittsburgh, the Riverhounds.
Okay.
And after that, I think the goalkeeping coach there, Hunter, contacted Eric, and then from then got contact with Eric, and then the goalkeeping coach here, Jeff, and just kind of went off from there.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
were you familiar with like Ann Arbor or Michigan at all before?
Oh no, I don't think I've ever been in Ann Arbor. I think I've been in Detroit for a game when I was with Wisconsin, but besides that, no, this is the first time, and it's awesome. I like it a lot.
Okay. Very cool. What do you like to do in your free time here?
Oh, I mean, free time, got a lot of free time, so I'll walk around, it's a new city to me, so I'll explore, see what the best places to eat, places just to sit out, like the DAG, it's nice there, especially on like days like today, it's really nice, so.
Now, you said you don't watch The Office, but do you watch any other like TV shows, any sort of media?
I mean, I watched a few. Game of Thrones just ended, so that was one. But now I'm waiting for Stranger Things.
Oh, okay.
The new season of that.
Same here. I'm in the same boat as you.
Yeah, so I'm curious how that's gonna be. I hope it's as good.
Yeah.
Because I'll be disappointed if it's not. But those are my main shows right now.
Do you have a favorite Stranger Things character? I'm a Steve guy. I'm a big fan of Steve.
Steve?
Steve's funny.
Yeah, he is funny. I do like his attitude. But no, I really don't have a favorite character. My girlfriend's, she likes 11.
Okay.
But
it's a good pick.
Yeah, it's a good pick. But everyone's kind of funny in their own way. They're all quirky like that. So
it's a fun cast.
Yeah. No, I like them all around the board. They're all good. Yeah.
Now the $1 million question: were you happy with how Game of Thrones ended?
For the way the last season went, for the last episode, yeah, I guess it was okay for the way they're filming it.
Yeah.
But no, I definitely think it could have ended better.
I
definitely think it could have ended better.
My mom watches it, and she'll text me, and I think she might have been like, I was pretty disappointed, especially with the finale. I was like, it hurt.
Was the finale the worst part for you? Like, well, not the worst part, but like the most disappointing?
Yeah, it was just crushing, because like, I mean, I had an idea of what was going to happen, and I was watching it, and I was like, well, maybe it'll go differently, and then everything happened.
So what was like your alternate ending, or your theory of like how it was gonna?
Oh man!
Like, before season 8 came out, what was your theory?
Before season 8 ended coming out. All right, spoiler warning for anyone who hasn't seen Game of Thrones all the way through. We're talking about Game of Thrones spoilers right now.
Yeah, that's a good call.
So my alternate ending, I predicted Daenerys going mad. I called that.
Did you really?
I called that early. But I figured Jon would get the throne, Jon or Sansa. And Stark got the throne, just not the one I thought. Mm-hmm. And not the one I was happy about. What did you think was going to happen?
I thought that Dany was going to get the throne. I thought that Jon was going to be like the King's Guard, or I forget what it's called.
Yeah, the
King's Guard.
Kingsman or whatever.
Yeah, pretty much what Jaime was to like their son. But that, and then I thought that like Sansa was still be like Queen of the North, and then Arya was gonna stay up there. But I didn't think Bran was gonna take over like that. I did not expect that, and I did not want that, because he had no role. He had no purpose, and especially seeing how the whole season 8 like kind of unfolded. Like, he didn't do anything. He didn't
really
contribute. He didn't. So.
Like, I mean, it was wild to me that they had Jon locked up somewhere, and Sam knew his heritage, you know, and no one was like, wait, hold on, we have the Targaryen heir right here. Mm-hmm. Everyone was just like, yeah, Bran, cool, you know.
Yeah. But I mean, for how it ended, the one thing like that, if it kept the same storyline how they had it, the one thing I wish they did was at the end. Another spoiler, even though you already claimed it. But when like Dany died and the dragon came, when he burned the throne, I wish he also like what's it called? No, oh sorry, before that, when he was walking up when they were showing all the steps and all the people down there.
Yeah, when Jon. Yeah.
And I wish Jon was like there, and then the dragon like tried like burning Jon so that everyone would know that he's. You know what I mean?
That would have been sweet.
Because that's what I think would have been like everyone else in the show. Because we know, but no one in the show knows besides like the select few.
Yeah.
So I think that would have been cool if somehow they had the dragon like burning Jon, and then because he's a Targaryen, he doesn't get burned. Yeah. I think that would have been kind of cool.
I think we could have written a better season 8.
Probably. Give us the books, you know.
Yeah, exactly. HBO, throw some money at us. But all right, veering back off from Game of Thrones spoilers to the season, you live in one of the apartments with the guys.
Yep.
Who do you live with? Who are your flatmates?
We got I room with Ewan, our center back.
Okay.
And then we have Novello, we have Alexis, Sebastian, Jacob, and Henry was in our room, but then he left, and he's in the other apartment right now.
Okay.
But that's like, those are our guys in the room. Yeah.
Okay. How is that going? Like, I mean, what do you guys do? Do you guys do stuff together?
Yeah, it's a fun group of guys. Like the other day, so we were walking in the quad, three of us, and we grabbed someone that came up to us and handed us like free yoga things. So like,
free yoga things.
Yeah, so we were like, no, like let's go because there's like.
Do you guys go to free yoga?
So we went to free yoga, and it was fun. It was hot yoga.
It was hot yoga.
I was sweating so much. I felt so bad because the lady, like I forgot what I was doing, but I was doing some type of pose, and the lady's like, oh, you should do this, and she like pushed me over to the side.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, don't touch me because I'm so sweaty right now. And I saw her afterwards. She's like that. I felt bad. I was like, whatever. Like,
I mean, it's
her job.
It's hot yoga, I guess.
It is hot yoga.
Everyone sweats during hot yoga.
Yeah, but not like we'll do stuff like that. We'll go on walks with each other and then just talk about like our backgrounds, like because everyone's different. We have guys from Africa, guys on the West Coast. We have guys from England, Venezuela. Yeah, it's all over.
It's very interesting. Where I think of those guys you mentioned, everyone is from like a distinct point in the world, basically.
Yeah.
That's super cool. I didn't realize that about your guys' apartment.
Yeah. No, it's definitely cool listening to people come from all over and their backgrounds, their culture, and you also have Lucas from Germany.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, it's cool to hear everyone talk, and then they have like their disputes of like each other's countries and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's my country is better than your country.
Yeah, and like American food, it doesn't taste good, and like I don't know, like like deal with it. I don't know what to say.
I don't know what to
tell you. You're here, so the deal with it. But yeah, it's all fun.
Who is the best cook in your guys' apartment?
Best cook? I think I see Alexis cooking up some pretty good stuff.
Okay.
He got that Haitian, spice to it. But
I had him on, and he mentioned he did a lot of cooking. Like he came up from like Haitian roots, and that's where he learned to cook.
Yeah. No. So I think he's shown me that he's the best because whenever he cooks, I'm like, oh, it smells really good.
Okay. Yeah.
But I do have some things like I know how to cook, but
okay. What's your go-to dish?
My go-to dish, I like salmon. If I can afford it right now, I would do salmon, asparagus, and then pasta and some penne vodka. That's what I do. Mm-hmm.
That's a nice meal.
I could cook. I just don't have
you don't have the resources
right now. But no, I'm just plain chicken, salt and pepper.
Yeah. Survive.
Yeah, that's what I got going for me right now. But Alexis, he has the title as the best cook so far that I know of.
Interesting. All right. Mm-hmm. What about? Do you guys game a lot in the apartment?
Actually, we just got TV, so now we game
now it can commence.
Yes, now you can, because before it's a lot of reading, a lot of downtime, a lot of naps. But yeah, so we got TV. So now we got FIFA. And Ewan's taking the title on that.
He's taking it.
Yeah, the Liverpool guy. He talks smack too. Gets in my head.
Man.
So, but
does he play with Liverpool too?
Yeah, he plays Liverpool.
Okay. I'm a big Liverpool guy too, so I play with them, and they're a fun team to play with.
So then he also is like, oh, it's just gonna be like the final, like the Champions League final. So he has the title for FIFA, and but I'm not good. I played against him. I lost.
Do you have a go-to team in FIFA?
Bayern's my team.
Okay.
I guess that's my team.
In real life too.
Real life too. So, yeah, that's my team. But yeah, Ewan takes the title for best FIFA player in the house.
What about biggest joker?
Probably Novella.
Novella,
yeah, he's the biggest joker. He's always talking. He's always getting someone's ear.
Okay.
He always instigates something.
I was gonna say he's yanking on people's chains quite a bit.
Yeah. But it's all jokes. It's all jokes of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Novella.
Now, you're living with, is that 5 or 6 flatmates?
I think 6, 7. I'm not sure. Yeah, around there.
Is that like the most that you've lived with before?
No, actually.
No.
Yeah, at my old team when I was playing down in Miami. Okay. We had it was a big house. It wasn't like we're all crammed. Yeah. But we had 15, 16 guys.
Holy cow.
But it was a big house, so it could handle us.
Okay.
The only thing that got annoying was like taking out the trash because 16 guys, everyone's constantly cooking, everyone's constantly eating, so.
And no one wants to take out the trash.
Yeah. But it got taken care of. Yeah.
It got done at least.
Yeah. So, that was probably the most, and it was fun. But there's times where you're just like you're trying to find a quiet place just to like wind down, and yeah, there's just no way to be just quiet.
So, from your time in Ann Arbor so far, what are some of your favorite places or favorite things to do?
Favorite things to do.
Other than try out free hot yoga.
Try for hot yoga. So there's a place around the corner from where we are, but they have like this nice sitting area outside.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll get food, and even though it's not from there, I'll just sit down there and like eat, and they have TV, so I enjoy this like
nice.
the weather.
Just hanging out, you know?
Yeah, just hang out. There's that. I mean, I usually whenever I go out to eat, there's a Mediterranean place I was talking to you about before. That's across the diag. But yeah, it's whenever I go out, it's just either walking or just kind of hanging out in that little area, and then now I got to know some of the shop owners there, so they're cool. And
you have an in now with all of
yeah,
that.
I got some free food, so it was nice. And now since I'm not in school, I can accept it. So
there you go. Yeah. No more impermissible benefits.
Yeah, no, it's NCAA only. Yeah.
Are you a big Mediterranean guy too?
Yeah. If I could choose, like that's like one of my go-tos is Mediterranean food.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard to find like a place that like I like that's Mediterranean, but thankfully I got one that's here.
You got yours. And you also mentioned, like lots of walks. The South is your favorite. You're a big hot weather fan?
Yeah. If I had to choose between the warm and cold, I'd definitely go with the warm. I was talking to Sebastian today. We were walking, and he's like, "Oh, today would be perfect weather." I'm like, it needs to be a little bit warmer."
Okay.
Like I don't mind going outside,
Yeah.
and like the sun hitting me, and like I'm like, okay, it's like really hot, because I just rather feel warm and then have that feeling when you walk inside to an air conditioned place.
Yeah, that's a good feeling.
That's the best feeling.
It really, I mean, especially like for me on vacation, I'll go with my parents when we've gone to Disney before.
Yeah.
Like you come in from hitting the parks all day, you go into the hotel, and just a burst of cold air.
You're just like yes, that's exactly what you needed. Yeah.
Absolutely, there's not much better than that.
Yeah,
so you went from Green Bay to South Carolina. How do you survive in Green Bay?
Yeah, so like when I left, it was -22 Fahrenheit.
Oh my god.
And like I'm sure here it gets around something like that.
I mean, it was bad this winter, but like it usually doesn't hit that low.
Okay, yeah. So like that's where I was at, and like when I drive, like I just like wear a t-shirt. So when I go fill up gas, and I mean it only take like 3 minutes to fill up gas, but I've never felt
-22 degrees.
Yeah, I've never. I mean, it's not smart, but I'm like not like whatever. I'll just do a quick get in.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was not smart. Like it just gets to a certain point where your eyes just start to water, and you're like, no.
Well, that's been me walking to class many times. My eyes just water.
Yeah, but no. In Wisconsin, we would have a similar schedule as I have in South Carolina. You, like get up around like 5 o'clock, 6 a.m. workouts, and that walk from like my dorms to the gym, like even in the snow, like it's not a fun walk, especially that early in the morning.
that can be harsh. I mean.
Yeah, it could be really hard. But South Carolina, the weather we have there, it's a lot more doable. And I'd rather be hot than cold.
Right, especially year round.
Yeah, yes, especially year round.
So in terms of differences from the NCAA to playing your summer ball, you've played in that. Have you played in the MPSL more than one season? Or
I played. It was before with the college. So yeah, I ended my senior year going to Monroe. I played MPSL. There's a local team in my area. I don't know how they are now. I don't know if they're still a team or not, but played with them, and then that was my only season in the MPSL.
Okay.
And so I didn't know like it wasn't really like a high level, because I think most of the draw of the players they had there were from local universities, and it was mostly Division III, Division II, and like for me at the time like I was like, well, that's a decent level, but then playing through like the years and I would play PDL for 3 years, like 2 in Miami, 1 in Miami, and then 2 in South Carolina. And then coming here, like it's definitely changed my perspective on like MPSL, and I think it's USL 3 now. So have you, or I should say, what are the biggest differences you've noticed between maybe playing in a collegiate season and playing in like a summer season? I mean, the rules of the game are different. So in college, I think you get unlimited subs, and there's no extra time, and
yeah.
Well,
like
there's
clock
no
stoppages.
Yeah, there's none of that, and then if you tie a game, there's no ties. So like something needs to be a winner, unless you play 2 overtimes and there's no golden goal.
Yeah.
Then I think there's a tie. But if not, then it's always like PKs when it gets to like tournament play.
Mm-hmm.
But over the summer, I'm pretty sure you get a limited amount of subs, and then you do have stoppage time, and ties are okay, which I'd rather end on a tie than play another
like 20 minutes.
Yeah, 20, 30 minutes, and then you have a game in like 4 days. And I mean, for me, it's not as hard as the guys running for that long. So that's probably the biggest difference. Training schedule is not much different either. It's every day, except you have classes involved.
Yeah.
So that does play a part. But if you take care of your body and your sleep, you're fine.
Did you have to find yourself? Were you ever like in tricky situations trying to balance class and play?
Mm-hmm.
Or but like you said just now, as long as you take care of the body and the mind, you're all right.
During finals week, it gets tough because you still want to like keep up with your sport, but you have to also like understand like, okay, like it's either do really well on tests and then just like cut everything off, or just keep doing what you're doing and then not do well. So you gotta find that balance. But yeah, that's the only time I really find it difficult. In season, if you don't have teachers that kind of work with you, it's difficult. But usually, at least at all the schools I've been to, they're really helping the athletes out.
Now, last question for you. I like to end all my interviews with this question.
Okay.
It's a bit different for you because you've only been here, under a month at this point?
Yeah, I think it's been like 2.5 weeks, something like that.
Okay, so in your limited time here in Ann Arbor, do you have any favorite memories? Or a particular favorite memory?
I guess I have to say Detroit game.
Detroit game?
That was definitely a cool experience. The atmosphere, and then the tension between the both teams, and then how everyone was just dialed in for that game. That was cool. Yeah, that's definitely the highlight so far of the 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks.
Very cool. Well, Hopefully there'll be plenty more to come.
Yes, yeah, of course.
Thank you so much for joining me, Ian. I appreciate it greatly.
Thanks for having me on.
At our new table. I was worried that you wouldn't have enough leg room.
No, I'm good.
Because I have a box in front of me at least.
Yeah.
But thank you again.
No,
and thank you all for watching. Stay tuned to AFCAnnarbor.com for any news about the team. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at AFC Ann Arbor. Until next time, I'm Ron McCooch. Take care.